Sup guys, it's your boy Justin. Today, for Tokusatsu Thursdays, I'm reviewing the sci-fi action film Mutant Chronicles, which is like an hour and 51 minutes. I don't think that's right. I just watched the Blu-ray. I have the collector's edition. Alright. And it's directed by Simon Hunter, starring Thomas Jane as Major Mitch Hunter, Ron Perlman as Brother Samuel, John Malkovich as Constantine, Devon Aoki as Corporal Valerie Duvall. Who was the German Patrick Wilson guy? Can I get that guy? That guy. Benno Ferrman as Maximilian von Steiner, and you have Anna Wanton as Severin, and Sean Pertwee as Nathan Rooker, and Tom Wu as Corporal Jiba Kim, right? Who's a Hong Kong British actor. He was in that, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was in that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sequel we reviewed on this channel. So this is a British, American production movie. I think back in the day, this movie was, I could be wrong, but I think this movie was crowdfunded. Not crowdfunded, I don't know, something like that. I'm guessing that's wrong because this movie had a $25 million budget, and it only made $2.1 million in the in the box office. Someone needs to tell Sleazy Pete Martini about this movie, because this was a big flop. And I watched this movie when this first came out. I thought this was a straight to DVD, low budget film. To find out this movie I just found out now that this movie was apparently $25 million budget. Where the heck did that money go? So people were wondering, okay, what the fuck is Mutant Chronicles? I thought it was a tabletop miniatures war game similar to Warhammer 40k, because I have in like 2007 they came out with the original miniatures game came out in the 90s, but the I bought like a starter set back in 2010 of the Fantasy Flight starter set when they relaunched Mutant Chronicles as a collectible miniatures game where you had pre-painted miniatures, right? I fucking bought that shit at my local comic book store, and I asked him before I bought it, hey, do people still play this game? Is this game still in print? And he's like, yeah. Totally fucking lied to me, because I went to Google it when I got home. Alright? Nobody plays the game, it's out of print. But they did bring it back in, like, I think it was like 2011, 2012, called Mutant Chronicles Warzone Dark Resurrection, and the fucking miniatures, man, were so fucking cool. Right? So, yeah, but apparently this franchise, this IP, started off as a pen and paper role-playing game, and they even put out books, which I tried to read the books. The books were fucking god awful. And if this video gets 50 views, I'll fucking review one of them. Right? Not all of them, one of them. So, okay, I should get into what the fuck is Mutant Chronicles about. So, Mutant Chronicles takes place in the year 2707, and it takes place in the grim, dark, cyberpunk future hellscape where countries don't exist anymore, right? You have commercial zones, right? And there's 4 commercial zones. You have the capital, which is like the North America, the West, basically, North, South, and part of, like, Britain. You have Imperial, which is like, I don't know anything about that faction, right? You have Ballhouse, which not just named after the goth, like, emo rock band, but it's like a cool like German Europe Europe faction, right? And you have Mishima, where the cyberpunk samurai are from. So, um, so in this movie, right, you get told about how like thousands of years, tens of thousands of years ago, a machine came from space, landed on Earth, and turned people into killer mutant monsters, right? Like they're basically zombies with blade arms, or organic blade arms that stab and slash people, right? And something called the Brotherhood defeated them and sealed up the machine, right? 10,000 years later, during a battle between the Capitol and Ballhouse, where we're introduced to Mitch Hunter, who's like a famous character, right, in the Mutant Chronicles, played by Thomas Jane, who's fighting the Ballhouse, which is the German faction, right, which is led by Max von Steiner was also another famous character from the Mutant Chronicles, right? As they're fighting, right? They accidentally unleash the seal on the machine, where the dead soldiers turn into fucking. Well, they don't explain the dead soldiers, but like something turned the people into mutants, and both sides get wiped out. Time skip later. Everybody wants to get off world to the colonies, right? Where at this point, humanity already colonized the solar system, right? So everybody wants off planet, right? And Brother Samuel, played by Ron Perlman, goes to the heads of the corporations to plead to them to give him a ship and 20 men, and he can save the planet, right? Because he has a holy book that tells him where the machine is, right? And he has a special device that was originally part of the machine that will just destroy it, right? And given tickets for passage off world, he's able to buy soldiers to aid him, right? And he has soldiers from all four factions, right? You got Mitch Hunter from Capel, El Jesus, who fought with Mitch Hunter. You got Max von Steiner, right? You got two people from Mishima. One of them is Devon, Aoki, and you also had some guys from the Imperial, right? So they have to journey into enemy lines to go into the ruins to destroy the machine, right? While they have to fight the monsters, which they call the mutants, which they call Legion, right? And also one of the members of their band is Severin, who in a flashback we see her trying to escape the planet with her son, and where she dropped her ticket, so she couldn't go on to one of the drop ships or whatever to escape the planet. But turns out the escape ship crashes with another escape ship, where she sees her son get killed right in front of her. And I guess at some point she joined the Brotherhood, which look way cooler in the game than they're portrayed here, because they're just portrayed as old monks, right, in red robes. In the game, they had fucking really cool black and red armor, right? Okay, that's one of the problems with this movie, is aesthetically they went for World War I looking uniforms, because the movie's supposed to be it's supposed to be like the games, right, and the setting supposed to be like diesel punk, cyberpunk. They went in the movie because I guess it's cheaper than having everybody wear really cool armor, right? They have people wearing like World War One looking outfits, right? Which I will say, like the guns that everybody uses, do look cool, and it kind of has this like they're big janky looking guns, right? But they look aged, like they're lived in, because like everybody is like battle weary in the movie, right? Like Mitch Hunter does not give a fuck. We're told doesn't give a fuck. Gets drunk after his friend Sam Perry accidentally gets left behind on the battlefield with the mutants, right? And Sam Pertwee, for people who don't know, is a huge Warhammer 40k fan. That's why he voice acted in like both the Ultramarines movie and the Fire Warrior video game, right? And I thought he did this movie because, maybe he was a fan of the miniature game. But he probably didn't even fucking know it was a miniature game, because like in the fucking interview, he did. Nobody. I watched like a couple of the interviews. Nobody looks like they gave a fuck, right? Just like John Malkovich, who in the first scene you see him in, he's like slouched in his chair, and his head's like against the the headrest, right? So it's like he doesn't look like he gives a fuck, right? The movie is heavily green screened, right? And the CGI in the movie is really fucking bad. And I honestly, like this guy, if you look at the director Simon Hunter and looked at the other movies he's done, like Razor Blade Smile, which from 1998, and like Lighthouse. I haven't seen Lighthouse. I've seen like I've seen like screenshots from 1998. Like he's obviously done like a lot of low budget movies. So like no way was this fucking movie like this movie like 25 million unless there was some shady shit going on. or it was the thing where like you had like shitty production team, or like shitty like basically people didn't handle the money, and they like just spend it on bullshit. It's like did they spend it on the cast? Like what the fuck did they spend it on? Like the costumes look okay, the props look okay, but like the special effects, you have a mix of digital and practical effects. The makeup effects looked okay, but like a lot of green screen, a lot of bullshit. Like this movie, it plays out like a movie, like kind of like if you ever seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie, or like any of the Dungeons and Dragons movies, or the Crawl, where like one by one our characters die and shit after they sets up the world. But it's like, holy fuck, man! Like there was some shady shit going on. Here's the thing about this movie. Yes, I actually like this movie, and I actually do like this fucking movie, but despite the fact that the movie looks cheap as fuck, the action's not very good. The cinematography, obviously, they put like a fucking Ray dirty filter on, right? But it's like knowing that this movie has, because I didn't know this movie had a $25 million budget. It makes knowing that this movie had like a decent budget and it still looks like shit. It's like, what the fuck? Like $25 million and this movie looks like shit. Oh my god. Oh my fuck. That's not good. Oh my Christ. Cause like honestly, it was the thing where I was gonna give this movie like a 6 out of 10, but it's like, holy fuck, knowing this movie had like $25 million budget, it's like, holy fuck, dude. 5 out of 10. It's the thing where I was gonna recommend this movie, like, oh, if you're a fan of sci-fi, like, war films, like you're into geeky shit, if you look past the low budgetness of this movie, it's actually a decent fucking film, right? And obviously they thought this movie was going to be a big deal because they had contests. This went to fucking Comic-Con, but it's like, holy fuck, dude, this had a $25 million budget, and this looks like fucking shit. This looks like a fucking sci-fi channel TV fucking movie at times, man. Holy fuck. So yeah, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. And also, I kind of had a problem. I was gonna bring up I didn't like the fact that they had the movie kind of breaks its own rules. The zombies, the only way to kill them is through dismemberment and grievous body damage, right? Where later on you see Mitch Hunter just shoots it, just headshots it when they said oh, I could keep going like a chicken with its head cut off. It's like fucking shit. Overall, I do like this movie, and I would just, like I said, if you're a fan of if you're a fan of geeky shit, basically watch the trailer and decide for yourself, right? Yeah, that's it for this review, guys. I'm going to take a break from Tokusatsu Thursday's reviews until until the end of the month, right? Once we get past Christmas, then we'll bring back Tokusatsu Thursdays. Yeah. So, yeah. Or, yeah, because, I'm just, every fucking week I struggle to figure out what the fuck am I going to review next. Because most of my Tokusatsu shit is, TV shows. And obviously I can't finish a TV show in a week because I'm fucking busy. Alright. So, yeah. And, that's it for this review, guys. Peace.